everyone, my name is Monica Suyo and welcome to another great episode for the Royal Reality Podcast. Today we're going to be visiting with one of our alumni, and the topic for today is Forever a Royal, Alumni Experiences. Welcome, Erykah. How are you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. This is our last episode for season 2. So I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes, as well as Jonathan, because you two are from two different graduating class. Yeah. I know that Jonathan is a founding member. In your case, graduating class from 2023. Is that correct?
Yes.
Wow. So what are you doing now?
Well, school had just ended for me the first week of May. So I've just been working. I have a job at Starbucks, so I work there as a barista. But yeah, I just work for right now. But yeah, I pretty much do nothing but work.
Well, work during the summer.
Yeah, during the summer, yes.
Well, next time I should ask you to bring some coffee here.
Oh, I might have to for you and the crew.
Yes, because I love coffee, and definitely it's an exciting experience, to be going to college and then working at the same time.
It is. It's definitely an experience to have a job outside of school for sure.
Yes. So tell me, which school are you going and what is your major?
So I go to UCO right now, and I'm about to be a sophomore. And I go for nursing. That's my major. And, I'm a commuter student, so I don't stay on campus. So I'm just there for maybe half the day. Yeah. So I'm just at UCO, but, I just go there for like a couple hours. I'm not there for long at all.
Okay. Are you a full-time student?
Yes, I am full-time student.
How many credits did you take this year?
This year, I think fall semester, I was at 12. And I think the spring, was at 11, I want to say. So I think I'm supposed to have 30 each year. So I'm going to have to do some summer classes next year. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, because I didn't want to do too many classes at once. Yes. Because that's too much on my mental health. So I was just like, I can do like 1 or 2 classes later. And it's like smaller classes, like electives. Mm-hmm. So it's like language or like cultural arts and stuff like that.
Yeah. And also, I think it's like you said, it's always good to keep a balance, take care of yourself, and definitely. Also you want to enjoy the experience.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't just have like too much on myself. And especially since I don't live on campus, it's just like, I'm going home and then like having to worry about like 5+ classes. Like, I could not do that at all.
Definitely.
So I, want to put myself first and just, I know how to organize my time and like my classes and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, it just comes down to like what I can handle right now. If that makes sense.
Yes, definitely makes sense. And especially the nursing program is a very intense and demanding program.
It is. It's a lot of time consumption, and you have to be like really focused and put effort into that major because it's a lot of time into that major and the work they give you. It's not easy work.
It's not easy. That's true.
Yeah. So
what have you enjoyed from this first year being at college?
I think what I enjoyed the most probably was meeting new people and just venturing out like by myself. Although my graduating class, there was like 16 of us that went to UCO.
Wow, I didn't know that there were 16 of you guys.
Yeah, there was a lot of people from my graduating class that ended up going to UCO. But it's so strange because UCO's like compared to like OU or like OSU, like it's a smaller school.
Definitely.
So I would think to like bump into them like almost every day, but honestly I didn't, and it was kind of interesting. And some of them lived on campus, some of them didn't. But I would bump into them maybe once or twice a week. But I had the opportunity to find other people and different people like in my classes and just on campus and like mutual friends, and it was good because I really wanted to like just see if I can make friendships on my own without having like my high school friends with me, like this is like by myself. So I'm going to have to, push myself outside of the box and just...
And that definitely is a good point.
Yeah,
just to network, know other people, relate with other people on campus, and also share, different activities together with the new people that you meet.
For sure, yeah. And I kind of liked having that opportunity to, find other people who I have like stuff in common with, and, just expanding like my friendships with other people. So, yeah.
Well, I'm excited, to hear more about your classes. Which one being your favorite class so far?
Ooh, that's a good question. My favorite class? So I had like a intro to nursing class for my major, which at UCO, they do this thing called Blueprint.
Okay.
And it's like, for your specific major. So for my nursing major, they'll have like a 101, like nursing 101, essentially for like freshmen, and it's only half the semester. So I think it was like 4 weeks instead of like 9 weeks or something like that. And so it was pretty much what mine was like how you get into the nursing program, what you might see in the nursing program, what the nursing labs are like. They had like a bunch of different nurses from different departments come in and talk about their experience and what they see on the day to day, and like just helping us like navigate like what part of like nursing the students would be in, because there's like so many avenues that you could do.
There's so many areas in the nursing field, and so that was probably one of the most interesting classes, because it's like that you said, an introduction to nursing, and you have a bigger vision of what nursing means, and then you also can start making decisions.
Just like pushing us to the right way of like, what we might want to do with our nursing degree, and if you even want to go further than the nursing degree and become like a practitioner or a doctor or whatever the case may be.
So you are right now a sophomore, is that correct?
Yes.
So tell me, what you're planning now that you're saying that you took that class? What you're planning? What is next when you graduate, or what area would you like to specialize?
Yeah, so I have been thinking about that for a while, and I'm still not sure. Like I haven't really pinpoint which unit I'd like to be in, but I think I've narrowed it down to be a pediatric nurse that helps with kids, or a NICU nurse, and they help with the premature babies. My mom is a respiratory therapist, so she kind of had some influence on working with babies because she works in the NICU department at Mercy. So I was like, I would kind of want to like work with her because I've seen what she does, and like she works with NICU nurses like all the time. So I was like, I'd like to do that too. One thing I kind of strayed away from was being like ICU nurse with like, or emergency room nurse. I don't know if I could do that because that's a lot of it's more of like the traumatic side of the hospital, and my heart is a little bit too faint for that stuff. So I think I would want to stick to the children and the
more like and the caring aspect.
Yes, the caring aspect. Yes. You would have to have a lot of tough skin to go through all that stuff with the emergency room nurses see every day. Like that's a lot, and maybe like a couple years into the future I'll change my mind, but for right now I'm sticking to the babies and the kids.
Well, that's so nice of you. Yeah, because like I said, it requires a lot of passion, caring, and patience as well.
Patience. I think that's the most important thing of all of them, is like you have to have patience, because like it's like people don't want to be in the hospital on purpose, so you have to just guide them through it and just be there for them, because it's not their fault that they're here, and they just want to get better, and they can't do that by themselves.
Yes. And in your case, you have a wonderful role model, your mom, who exposed you to that area, and I'm so happy to hear that you guys can share a lot.
Yes, most definitely.
A lot of interest too. And if you have questions, I'm pretty sure that you can answer. You can ask your mom. Sorry.
Yes, no. I always ask my mom a bunch of questions about like even nursing stuff, because she'll always have to remind me, be like, Erykah, I'm not a nurse. I can't answer all these questions. But I'm like, like she has more experience than I do, of course. So I'm obviously going to ask her, just even like health related questions, and like, because I haven't really have had any classes that are directly tied into my major just yet. I think that'll start maybe next spring is when I'll get into the nursing aspect of my major. I'm still just kind of knocking out all my prereqs right now. So, I'm always asking her, like, you know what this is? Do you know what that is? Because I don't know. So, yeah, just about, my major and stuff.
Well, but that's good. It's always good to have somebody that you can, talk again or have any questions or clarify any doubts. I think that's nice that you are able to go back home. Share with your mom how was your day, and also ask any questions that might pop in your mind, like about your career.
Yeah, that's a good thing about like being a commuter student too. Is like I feel like I would get homesick way too easily. So I'm glad that I get to go back home every day and just be with my mom, because I don't know if I could do that. And it's just only up in Edmond. I don't live too far from Edmond, but still, it's just like I would probably leave my dorm every day, even though
if you were living on campus.
Yeah, because I was just like, I kind of want to be home, because it's just like the comfort part, I think.
And I think that the most important thing is to know yourself. And in your case, you already know that you like to be at home, to go to class, to work, go home, and be with your family. And other people may think about like, oh no, I prefer to be out of state. And I think that the most important thing is that you know yourself. You know the challenge, the struggles, but also your strength, and as well, your resources. That in your case, your support system is your family.
Exactly.
And I think that's important. So now let's go back and talk about Cristo Rey. How Cristo Rey prepare you for this journey?
Yeah. I think what Cristo Rey has done for me is definitely confidence in myself, like work-wise. Because like the work-study program definitely is like a major aspect of Cristo Rey and what they provide to students. And I think that's a good factor to have. Like graduating from Cristo Rey is like, I know how to like be professional and be professional in a workplace, and even in school, you know what to do. And also with like organization, I feel like Cristo Rey has helped me be more organized with study habits and doing homework and how to approach teachers and when the right time is to approach teachers and all that stuff. And just like definitely just organization, just for the most part. I feel like if it wasn't for how they helped me with like, when to do homework, when to study, when to like hang out, when to not hang out and stuff like that. They really helped me with that. And, using like emails, because Cristo Rey, all the students have their emails. So I think that was a good choice, like, because they always say like check your emails in the morning, and so it definitely gets you into a habit of like, okay, I'm gonna do my emails like in the morning, and then after that I'll get started on homework, and then after that, like when I have like free time, then I'll do whatever else I want, and then really get you into like a cycle every day. So.
Well, I'm happy to hear two things that you just said. One, it was the corporate work study program experience. And then the other one, like you said, about study habits in general.
Yes.
That's good to know that Cristo Rey helped you in that way, because like you said, we are one probably, yes, it's true that we are part of a network, but I think that we're the only school in Oklahoma, in the state of Oklahoma, that offers that opportunity for our students to go to work.
Yes.
1 day a week, 5 times a month, and learn different professional skills, but also to explore different career options.
Exactly.
In your case, do you knew that you want to be a nurse since freshman year, or you were exploring your options throughout your 4 years at Cristo Rey?
Definitely, I did not know when I stepped foot in Cristo Rey. I definitely had to figure that out throughout my 4 years of high school. I think definitely towards the end of high school, my senior year, I worked at OU Health.
Okay.
Over there by the Capitol. And that kind of like tied it in for what I wanted to do career-wise, because I loved working at OU Health. It was an amazing team I was with. I would definitely go back and do it a second time if I could. They kind of helped me realize that I want to be like in the health field, and I want to help people, not necessarily a nurse maybe, but to, just be in that side of health career, I guess.
Yes.
So then I think like maybe right before graduation, I kind of decided, okay, I want to be a nurse.
Okay.
But that can definitely change if nursing ends up not working out for me, which I hope it does. I want it to.
Uh-huh.
But if it doesn't, I will definitely, find out what else the health aspect of that occupation like has for me. Like not just necessarily a nurse, but other occupations in that
Yes.
field.
Mm-hmm.
So I can also, look where else, like
What
a
else?
respiratory therapist, like my
Yeah.
mom, or like
any other profession in the health field.
yeah, professionally. So I know I want to be there is what I'm trying to get at. So
yes.
yeah.
And you said that your last year you were at OU Health.
Yes.
What about the previous year? Do you remember?
Junior. Where was I? Oh my gosh, let me think. Junior, where was I? I was at Mercy, actually, with my mother. And I worked in the health department. So I kind of helped with documents of patients, not necessarily like hands-on stuff. At OU, I did get to do like hands-on stuff, because I was working with a physical therapist. So we were in the cancer department, and so we got to help with like cancer patients. So I, excuse me, I got to help with like helping actual patients like get their balance back and their mobility back. And that was the best part about it, because it's like all this physical stuff that you got to actually work with. But compared to Mercy, it was more of just an office type workspace, which was fine. It was just like that's why I bring up OU Health so much, because it was so much more different.
Right. And I think that our students enjoy more the aspect of, like you say, hands-on projects or activities than just sitting on a desk.
Yeah. Which is like, it's fine too, because it's good to have both of those experiences. Because say like, if you want to be in an office type job, you have that experience already, and that, gives you a advantage of even like applying to jobs in the future, because it's like, you have this experience already. But yeah, so at Mercy, I just dealt with like the patients and their paperwork side. Sophomore year, I was at Bridges Health, which is a health insurance company. And I got to help with, I can't even think of the word. Like, it was like retirement homes.
Okay.
And like elderly people and where they settle down, and it was like a branch of like different homes where people would stay in, and so we'd help with like their insurance and stuff and what would cover with their stay at these different homes. So it was more of like the accounting side, and you had to do a bunch of numbers with like money and stuff. But that was okay. It was definitely different for me, and I was younger at the time, so I was definitely like, what am I doing? It was like definitely like I feel like if I were to do it now, it would be more easier. But at the time, it was just like I was just confused all the time. But eventually, like at the end of sophomore year, you get used to it. Freshman year, I was at two places. I started at Teach for America.
Okay.
I loved that place. They were an amazing team. And it was also different because I got to do sort of kind of more hands-on stuff. What I really did there was I got to plan they did a bunch of like events for like schools and stuff. So I got to plan and organize with my supervisor. And then I got to help with like digital stuff, so like banners and like all the like posters and stuff. I got to help with those. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I was kind of like my supervisor's assistant, which wasn't bad. Like I kind of liked doing that. So I got to like write down, like I would go to meetings with her, write down her notes, and then give it to her after, and like just organize a bunch of stuff. And like t-shirts would come in, so I'd fold like all like the company's t-shirts and stuff. And yeah, it was a really fun experience. I loved that place. And then I switched to Lopez Foods, which Lopez Foods. There's two different sides I think Cristo Rey has. There's more of a corporate side, and then there's the factory side. And I got to work at the factory part of Lopez Foods, and I kind of worked in HR. And that was kind of a blur now that I think about it. I definitely worked with, it was more of the paperwork like Mercy. And I helped with, it was just, oh, no, that's what I did. I helped with people who got hired and fired.
Okay.
And that's all I did. And so she would give me like a stack of papers and
Yes.
like, these are the people who signed to be hired and these are people who signed to be fired. You just need to unstaple them. And that's exactly what I did. Like every single day, I just get a bunch of people and go through their paperwork. I'd have to alphabetize them. That's what I did every single day. It was the same thing. But, you know,
it's part of the experience.
Exactly.
And also you were exposed during those 4 years to different organizations, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But toward the end of your high school years,
Mm-hmm.
you were exposed to the career that you want, or let's say in the area that you want, that is the health, field.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that you experience both sides, like that you say, like the hospital side, like the paperwork in Mercy, but at the same time, you experience, the service, the caring aspect of the health field at OU Health.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because I know that a lot of you guys start very young, at 14 years old, going to work. And it's true, at the beginning, it's scary.
It is, yeah.
But then you learn different skills that will help you now, because we always tell to other students that visit our school is that you will graduate with 4 years of experience, with 4 different workplace experience, but in your case, it's 5 because you went to 2 different locations.
I did, yeah.
So, but also, like you say, it helps you nowadays to just be more professional wherever you go.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes me such a big, helps me have a bigger advantage even just on like my resume when it's applying to colleges or jobs, is that, I have all this experience and I'm only 18. It's like, where'd you get all this experience from? And it's like my high school. And so, it makes the school look better because it's like, you give all these kids all this experience at such a young age. Like high schools don't do that. So
they don't.
Yeah, it makes me definitely a better person who I am now, and just professionally wise. And even no matter, like, I don't know where I'm going to end up, but just knowing that like where I end up after college and where I get my job is that I'll just be like ready,
Yeah, you're ready for work.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Exactly.
So we already talked about the interesting classes in your first year and how you're going, how was your first year at college. Let's talk about a little bit about the challenges. What were the challenges for this first year, moving from high school to college?
Yeah. I think the biggest challenge was definitely being a commuter student. It is way different than staying on campus. And so it really has to come down to time management and organization. And I think, fall, it was a hard adjustment to that because, UCO is way further than Cristo Rey was before you guys had moved. So it was like, okay, well now I have to get up earlier so I can make it to my classes on time. And then it's kind of a struggle when I'm on campus and like I have the urge to go back home, but then I'm like, no, I should stay here to do work. And then, adding like a outside job on top of that was more of a challenge because then like I'm on like time crunch, like I have to get to work on time, and then I have to worry about getting all this homework that's due on time, and then balancing that with the job. So it's really all about organizing your time efficiently and beforehand too. So like just organizing your week before or even your month before, so you're on everything efficiently. And so
So for you, the challenge we can say that has been to be organized and also to balance.
Yeah, to balance
college work, and home.
Exactly. So that's probably because, I just don't want to be running around and forgetting something. So yeah, definitely the challenge was adjusting to being on a certain schedule because I'm not really used to that, and doing like 3 things in one day. It's hard. And
yes, and especially when you are used to high school years where you have a set schedule, you know what time school starts, when it ends, when is your work day.
Exactly.
It's totally different when you have the time on your hands and you are the one that need to manage.
Yeah.
Especially also when you enroll, you pick your classes, how to balance or how to fit in your schedule classes and my work time.
Exactly.
So it's totally different set of skills that you have to use.
Yeah. And like even when like something can come up when like the professor cancels class. So it's like, okay, well, I have all this time to do whatever. So what am I going to do with my time now? So like, my schedule can always like move around. So then I have to like figure like, okay, so since my schedule's different today, what am I going to do at that time? And so it's definitely different because, like how you said in high school, like it's all made out for you.
Yes,
it's all
it
there.
is.
And in college, it's quite literally the opposite. Like you are in control of all that.
You're in control of your time and your day.
Yeah,
that's for sure. So who has been part of your support system in this new journey? And how did you adjust to this new phase of your life?
Yeah, I think definitely my parents, fully my parents, because they have seen it through the beginning and they're going to see it to the end, like just my struggles and my frustration, because I have the good days and I have the bad days.
Like anyone.
Like anyone does. And so, I'll go home and I'll be like, Mom, today was so hard. Or I've had experience with professors who aren't the best professors and they make things a little bit harder than they should. So I'll just, go back home and be like, what do I do? Because, this is my first time experiencing this. So obviously I'm going to ask my mom, I'm going to ask my dad, like, how should I deal with this appropriately? Or even like homework, because some of the homework that I get is definitely more challenging than what I've seen in the past. So like I'll ask my mom, my dad, like, hey, like, do you think you can help me on this assignment? Because like I just don't know what to do. Like I'm just sitting here at my computer just with a blank stare. Like I do not know what to type out. So they'll help me with stuff like that. And definitely my friends too. Like thinking about like not going through this alone kind of helps me out and like helps me not be so stressed, because it's like I'm with like what my graduating class was, I think 67 kids. Like I have like 66 other people who are doing the exact same thing I am.
And you can reach out to any of them
exactly.
at any time.
And so knowing also like a bunch of them went to my school too, like it's just good to just like talk it out and like to vent, like how are your classes going? Like what's going on for you? And what's the hardest, like what's hard in your class? And then like, they ask me the same question. So it's like, it's kind of easier to like be not stressed out when it's like, okay, they're going through the same thing I am. And it's kind of helping me, bring back down, like not stressed out. Like I'm not the only one who's going through this. And there's other people, having their struggles too. And, we can work it out together. And yeah, just definitely having my friends around just to talk about school helps me out a bunch.
And like you said, it is important to ask for help.
Definitely.
I think that asking for help or asking your questions to your parents or to any of your classmates or friends, that's very important.
Very important.
Because, sometimes we're not used to do that. But I think in Cristo Rey, we are, all the people that work with the students always tell them, like about you can do it, your strengths, that you're capable. But at the same time, always they're telling you, like, if you need help, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's one thing that Cristo Rey has helped me with too, is like just being comfortable with just talking to your teachers, because in college, it's the professors there. They are not going to reach out to you. They have 5 other classes and like 100 students each. You are just like a number to them. So you have to stand out. And that's like another thing that Cristo Rey's taught me, to stand out. Like, email the teachers and, do whatever you need to do, or, go find if there's a tutoring center at your campus, do that, because it's going to help you a lot. So, getting that confidence to just go up or even ask a question in the middle of lecture, it'll help you a lot and it'll do a lot for you.
Yes. That's for sure. And I'm happy to hear that Cristo Rey help you in that aspect, because we need to prepare the students, for college and beyond that, of course.
For sure.
Yes. So my next question is, like, how do you get involved on campus? I know that you explained a little bit about, like, like getting to know new people, different than the 16 students that are at UCO.
Yeah.
Which kind of activities or clubs do you participate in?
Yeah. So since I'm a commuter student, it's a little bit harder to do those things. But what I have done, I haven't joined any clubs yet. I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm a little shy.
Okay.
I'm a little scared.
But you don't look shy.
I know I don't look shy, but I'm like, it's all these people. Well, it's because like I'm already like an extroverted person, and like meeting like people that are more extroverted than me kind of like makes me scared because it's like, whoa, like you are way more of a social butterfly than I am. So I'm just like, oh my God. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, they are very like social, and I think it made me realize, okay, I'm not as social as I am.
As you thought. But also, it maybe it is that you're extrovert, but it takes you a little time to open up to other people and to different activities. It's okay. Because like I said, you know yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I do definitely know myself.
And that's important, you know?
It is important. And so what I have done on campus is they will have, like, UCO will have, like, open, like, events or tents out where you can go and just, like, so they had a job fair once. They have Greek life once, which I have attended, like a Greek life introduction. So you get to know all the types of, like, sororities, fraternities, and, like, the different, like, there's like different councils of Greek life. Okay. So you get to know each of those. And I went to that, and that was very interesting. And something to keep in mind, I'm not sure right now, but maybe in the future in college that I might join a Greek life. It's on the fence, but I'm not too sure right now. But other than that, yeah, I haven't done much.
But you still, like you said, participate in those activities that the campus offers for anyone.
Yeah, the campus opens for anyone. I will definitely be there. And, you know, obviously, like, if I have spare time on campus, it's like, what else is there to do? Like, I can, you know, go to this, and they'll have food trucks sometimes. That's fun. They'll have, like, music. They'll have, you know, art majors will go and present their art out sometimes. And it's, like, really cute. So, you know, you can go up there, like, look at their art. They'll have bake sales, so you can go and buy some bake sales from different, like, majors or clubs, organizations, stuff like that. Last thing I remember is the eclipse. They had, like, they were giving out, like, eclipse glasses at my school. And, like, so everyone was just out in the middle of the campus, like, looking at the sun. It was, like, really fun. Yeah. And so, yeah, just whatever the campus has open, I will definitely, like, attend to. And it's, like, it's a bunch of different small things that organizations will have.
Yes.
But other than that, like, me actually, like, going up to an organization, I haven't done that yet.
Yes, but that's okay because this is just your first year.
Yeah.
And like you say, it's very important to take care of yourself and to balance all the different areas of your life. And you're knowing your field. You know, you're exploring and you have this curiosity, okay, what's next? What I'm going to do with my major.
Exactly.
So talking about it, how do you see yourself in 5 years?
See myself in 5 years, definitely graduating with a degree.
Okay.
I would like to be, I want to be CRN, certified registered nurse, off the bat. But maybe if I want to go back to school, I could be a nurse practitioner, and even not that, but after my CRN, I might be like a nurse anesthetist. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But that's like an assistant to, like, physicians and stuff. So they're definitely, like, higher up. Okay. I'd love to be that, but that definitely takes a little bit more experience. So I'd have to go back to school. But definitely just a CRN, my own house, probably moved out of Oklahoma. Maybe I might stay here. I don't know for sure, but I like to get a new scenery. So I would love to move out somewhere. I don't know where that may be, but you know,
you still have time.
I do.
And look at you. You told me a lot of things, you know, that you have planned for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
That probably I don't even, you know, plan yet. But that's nice that you already know what is your end goal.
Yes.
And you already have some idea that how you're going to reach your goals.
Yes, for sure. And, you know, definitely, you know, even if I don't want to go to school again, I just know that I have, you know, jobs that are offered to me anyway.
Exactly.
So, and that's like the best part of being in nursing is like they will have a job for you somewhere. Yes. And it's not hard to get a job with like a nursing degree because they need so many nurses right now.
Definitely, yes. We need nurses in every area.
Every area. So, you know, somewhere, a clinic, a hospital, wherever, they're going to have a spot for me somewhere in the next 4 or 5 years. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, Erykah, do you mind to look at the camera and please
Yes.
give an advice to the younger classes, those ones that
Yes.
haven't graduated yet? What would you like to tell them?
Some advice for you guys. I would say advice. Wait, let me think. Oh, ask questions to your teachers. Don't be scared to ask questions and study. And if you want to go out and party one night, you might, because I'm gonna be honest, I might too. But get your stuff done first. Do your homework and don't wait till the last minute. And be organized with your time. Get Time Tree. I use Time Tree. It's a great app. Use it so you can have a calendar and you can be organized. Organization goes so far and it can do a lot for you. And it makes life way easier with a calendar. So calendar, and ask questions to your teachers, and don't be shy, and send them emails, and don't be a stranger.
That's true. Thank you for that advice. I didn't know that about that app, but you notice you're saying it's very important to be organized, and I think that will add discipline.
Yes, for sure,
Because, I know that a lot of people may use an app, but they don't follow the app or they don't follow their calendar, and that requires discipline.
It does.
And in your case, you say also important thing, ask questions.
Yes.
Don't be a stranger, get to know your class.
Yes, get to know your class and your students and your peers. Do that too. And yeah, because, being a student in the back of the class and not talking to anyone, it's not going to help you much. Be a little bit social, as much as it might pain you, because it pains me in my first class of college. It was scary, but it's okay. You'll be okay.
Yes, and that's important to tell them. You will be okay in college.
You will be okay.
And in any time, you can go back to Cristo Rey and talk to any of your teachers or the college counselors. They will always give you some type of help, advice, or just support, or just even talk about what's going on.
They will always be there.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I will ask you again to look at the camera because I want that you talk to those families or students that are thinking about Cristo Rey.
Yeah.
But they didn't make the decision yet. So why would you recommend someone to attend Cristo Rey?
Okay. Why would I recommend you or your sister or your brother to attend my OG high school? Is because they offer great opportunities for work and they give amazing college prep. Let me tell you, when those college essays come and you don't know what to do, Cristo Rey will prepare you. Miss Weathers, shout out to Miss Weathers. She's an amazing English teacher, and she will let you know how those essays work and write them from start to finish. It's going to be hard in high school, but trust me, when you get to college, it's going to be easy and you're going to fly through it. So they give amazing college prep for workload. You'll get a bunch of college workload and you'll be like, what is this? I did this 5 months ago in my senior year and it's going to be great. So I would say amazing college prep, workload, and that work study experience. It's definitely going to help you in the future.
Thank you, Erykah. I just love everything that you said because
thank you.
Sometimes, people don't realize about the great potential that Cristo Rey offers to the students and families.
Exactly.
And I've been here for a year and a half in Cristo Rey, and I love the students, the families, the teachers that are so dedicated to all the students. Miss Cheney, of course.
Yes, Miss Cheney.
Yes, I love her a lot, and I think that everybody is there to help you, to offer you guidance.
Yes.
And like you said, we are a unique school because of the corporate work study program.
It is.
A lot of people don't know about it, and then they prepare you for college because we're a college prep high school.
Exactly.
And sometimes, our freshmen are not thinking about college, but it's good to start little by little to explore your career options and start looking up for your future.
Exactly. It's going to make you look like such a better student than all these other, regular public high schools. It is going to make you stand out with the resume you have and the work study you have, and just even saying Cristo Rey, obviously going to be oh, this is a different school. It's going to make you stand out.
That's true.
So yeah, just being different is what's going to help you in the future when it's time to apply for college and stuff. It's going to help you be a better candidate.
Thank you. Well, my last question that I just popped in my head is 3 adjectives for class of 2023.
3 adjectives, how I would describe my class?
Yes.
Okay. I would say smart. I graduated with a lot of smart people. They are intelligent beings, and I appreciate every single one of them. Funny. I think my class is very funny. Third one? Clever.
Okay.
I think I'd say clever. They're very different. I don't know. I'm biased because I love my class, but I think my class is just, I don't know. I think they're just different than, no hate to Jonathan, but
to the founding class.
To the founding class. Like, I think we're a little bit different.
Yes.
I know obviously he's going to say otherwise, but I don't know. We were a different class.
That's for sure. And I met, because this was the year that I got hired for Cristo Rey, and I met some of you. And yes, you're right. You're very smart and funny and clever. And also, I think that you guys are resilient.
Yes, very much so. Resilient is a good word to put it. I would have never thought of that word, but that's a good word to describe.
Yes. I saw all you guys, and I feel that that's a word that describes all of you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Erykah, thank you so much. I wish you the best, and I know for sure that your future is going to be bright.
Oh, thank you. I'm hoping the best for myself too, and I know I will get there. And it's just all about that hard work.
That's true. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
And with all these beautiful words and advice from Erykah, I would like to say goodbye for this season. This is our last episode of season 2 for the Royal Reality Podcast. It has been a pleasure to know all the students, all the faculty and staff members that have shared their experience about Cristo Rey. If you would like to know more about Cristo Rey, Oklahoma City, please check our website, our social media, and also don't forget to watch this episode, Forever a Royal Alumni Experiences, and also share it. So my name is Monica Suyo. I'm the Director of Recruitment and Community Engagement here at Cristo Rey, and I hope to see you next year. Bye!
Bye!